Hello everyone and welcome back to our Moneyball series with Paris FC. The shirt is here, the pink shirt. We finally managed to get it through. A massive thank you to Paris FC for being able to be so accommodating with how and when to send it. They sent it pretty fast actually. I had a slight issue with the order and they responded very fast. I highly recommend them. If you're going to purchase anything football related, they were very, very good. The shirt came. It looks like a different shade of pink because of the light, but it is exactly how it looks in the game. It just looks a little different on camera right this second because of the white light, but the shirt looks very good. It feels very good, and let's get into the episode. Now, the good news is that PSG have dropped points this season. The bad news is, so have we. And we've been really bad. The wins that we've got, we've been so fortunate to even come back and win these games. We've been extremely, extremely poor. And it's definitely time for me to change the tactic this season, I think, at some point later in the season. As you can see, the goals against has been astronomical. 4-3, 3-3, 2, even 3 in a friendly than a 1. Oliver Christensen, the goalkeeper, has been absolutely woeful in every possible way. So far, he's been by far, I think, so far, the worst signing in terms of Moneyball signing, especially being a first-team player in his position. I just can't understand why he's playing so bad, but he is. Now, the reason I brought you back slightly early is we have got the Champions League. Yes, we're here and we're ready to go and play in the Champions League. I think I might have mentioned about the group stage in the previous episode. Of course, it's no longer the group stage, it's the big league table as follows. And we need to finish... we need to finish in the top 24 places to make sure we have a knockout round playoff game. So we need to finish in the top 24 to get ourselves into the knockout round. Obviously, finishing in the top 8, you go straight to the round of 16. But just to get into the knockout rounds at all, we just need to finish in the top 24. Now, I think we can do that. And we can probably do that playing our backup team. The fixtures we got were Apoel, Dynamo, Napoli, Chelsea, Galatasaray, Salzburg, Bayern, and Barcelona. Just so you can see this, 24th last year was Benfica, and they finished on 8 points. So we need to get 8 points from our games. Right on deadline day, I had a couple of offers for Preacher. There's a few different pronunciations for this, apparently. Well, there's probably just one, I'm just doing it wrong. But Preacher, he had a few offers. A couple of them were like 20 million up front with another 15 million in like kickbacks and stuff. And the problem was, it was like within the last few hours of the transfer, and I just couldn't replace him in time. So I just thought, I'm going to reject it because I think no matter how our season goes, he's going to score goals and his valuation should continue to grow. So I don't think I'll get less for him. I'll get either the same or close to it, or I get a lot more. So I think it's definitely worth us not selling him right now and letting him continue to develop, then selling him next season when we can actually properly replace him, especially with us getting another year of our reputation increasing. So when we spend 20 million of his transfer budget on a player, spending it next summer with our reputation slightly higher, being able to get a slightly high caliber of player, another year of new gens coming through, I think it made more sense to wait rather than to just cash in for the sake of it. And as you can see, he's the only striker really scoring goals on the regular. We have got quite a small squad. I think 21 players is what we've got, quite a small squad going into the season. Projections looking like this. Finances looking pretty good, and I think that's going to go up more once we qualify for the knockout rounds, of course, if we do, that is. So in terms of what the tactic is going to be going forwards, I have got some different recreations I want to implement within this series at some point. A couple of them are quite, I think I might have mentioned this before, but they're quite interesting, specific recreations, some from quite defensive sides, and one pretty expansive recreation. So I don't know, I'm really looking forward to seeing how some of these play out. But for now, we're going to carry on just for the, foreseeable future here until like maybe, I think the earliest I'll change a tactic, the absolute earliest, will be after this PSG game. If we continue to do really poorly and get smashed by them again, and that's probably when I'll change it. But you'll see this on camera. I think the next episode will probably be PSG, Chelsea, then Lille. And that'll be our last episode before the January transfer window. So, yeah, just keep you all up to date on all of that. I mean, like, in terms of bringing you back right now, I don't really need to in some ways, but I don't want to miss the first Champions League game of the series from being on camera, if you see what I mean, right? So I want to bring you back for that. So hopefully that makes a bit of sense. We'll get 3 games in anyway. Like, let's have a look at our XG against, by the way. So, our league expected goals against in 5 matches is 6.74, right? Right here, that is us, 6.74. Are you ready to see how many we conceded? 12. We have conceded effectively double the amount of goals than we should have conceded, which shows you just how bad the goalkeeper has actually been and maybe how lucky the other teams have got against us. But the goalkeeper has been, in particular, really bad. I've seen the goals for myself. They are clear errors from the goalkeeper. And it's at this stage, probably the first big mistake of the series was selling Nuruddin, bringing in Christensen, at least right now. Long term, does he recover? Who knows? But I'm not convinced by him whatsoever. Okay, I've turned the music on for the game. So we're getting out the Champions League music for this game and for the last game against Barcelona, because that'll be in the January episode, right? It'll be Barcelona, Strasbourg, and Nice. If the video gets demonetized and it gets demonetized, I want to be able to showcase the game in all its glory and all the Champions League stuff with the music, at least for a couple of the games anyway. Okay, let's get into this game then against Apoel. It's hard to pick a team at the moment, and the goalkeeper is honestly so close to being dropped, it's not even funny. Let's see if he continues his poor run of form on camera with everybody else watching. So your team is going to be Christensen in goal, Badia Shile, Christensen, Jensen across the back, Merlin and Osei Samuel. Actually, no, Osei Samuel is actually dropped at the moment. I've been playing Brun Larsen. So it's going to be Merlin and Brun Larsen at wing-backs, Samuel and Dye pivots, DaCosta at 10, Boniface and Preacher up front. Assistant manager says, go out there and press me, okay. Now, I don't actually know how loud this is going to be. I've not tested this before doing it, so should be alright, I reckon. There's our team. Come on, boys, big moment. A tiny bit gutted we're not in our pink kit, but kind of everything. You know, now I think about it, I think if we played PSG in the Champions League, I think we would play in our pink kit away from home. So, there you go. And we are underway in the proper Champions League. There's a proper league table for this. DaCosta with a corner. Could be our first goal in the Champions League. Headed towards goal, and it's headed just wide. Highlight here. DaCosta gets to the left-hand side for Paris FC. Plays into Boniface on the left-hand side. His first start. Tries to Preco doesn't quite get there. I do think that if we could win a couple of games in a row, we could recover our last season's form with the way the tactical is. And what a goal from DaCosta. What a finish that is. It's 1-0 to Paris FC. What an unbelievable strike from distance. And we might have needed that because our strikers haven't exactly been prolific, with the exception of Preacher, of course. And what a finish this is from DaCosta. Our first goal in the Champions League and in European football at this level. And what a goal that is. 1-0. There was a lot of number 10s that looked really good value for money that I just didn't even entertain because I was like, I don't want to replace him, you know? I just think the value for money that he gives us in his stats is just too good. We'll say no complacency. Going to take off and die and throw on Rodrigo Garro. Going to take off Boniface and throw on Kaufman. And I'm going to take off Larsen and throw on Osei Samuel as well. As this highlight starts, Larsen, far post, Boniface. There he is, and it's headed in at the far post. Is that going to be 2? I think it is. He can't be offside there, surely, referee. I think he's got to be on there. I'm going to be disappointed with him if he's offside somehow. Oh, and it's in. It's 2-0. And that is probably going to do it because they've not really done anything in this game. You've seen every highlight so far, by the way. I don't know why they went to VAR, really. It seemed pretty obvious he was onside, but 2-0. Simon gives the ball away. They recover the ball on the left-hand side. Our left, their right. They switch the ball across. They've got a 2v1 temporarily. They're going to execute that. They're not. It took too long. We win it back. I've made a few subs, incidentally, since you last saw a highlight. I just made the few. There's not really any point going through them because that was just really to rotate players, keep players a bit fresh, really, going into the next league game, which is going to be the important one because this game's pretty much over, I think. Simon far post headed away. Merlin gets it. Plays it across. Kaufman makes it 3. And there you have it. Paris FC have won their first game in the Champions League 3-0 away from home. It was the first team, incidentally, but I think for the majority of this, I can just rotate the team and get enough points to make sure that we're in the first knockout round. That's 2.41 million for winning that league match. Like, that seems like a lot that we can really get our finances up here and really set us up for our flexion. Look at that. It's already jumped quite a lot just from that one win. Okay, I'll see you in 4 days for the game against Nice. Now, we need to win some games in the league. Otherwise, we could be in a bit of trouble here. A couple of things here to note. Somebody said that the text sometimes is hard to see on mobile devices. I've tried to make the text a bit bigger. Do let me know if the text is any better, worse, or the same as previous videos. It should be worse, but it should be the better or the same. Yeah, do let me know. I change it to 125, I think, on the preferences. You're at 125 now, so that should have affected it a little bit, but let me know. The other thing to note is that we are currently 6th. If we win our game in hand, we can only go to 11 points. So we are struggling to catch up with these top sides. Leon and Ren have both won every single game. And in third place is PSG. So we are really up against it to catch those top teams there. Luckily, 4th place does still get us in the Champions League. We haven't lost any coefficient points yet. But it means we have to qualify, you know, against a team that we could draw anybody. Now, in our luck, we'll draw like Barcelona or somebody in that round. I did feel a bit disrespected by Parika because he said that he's disappointed to not join Ren because they've got such a strong squad. Don't know about you, but I think that's a bit of a piss take, to be honest, Parika. Okay, game 2 then. Against Nice in the league. We need to win this. Boniface looks like he's the option up front to go. Kaufman's dropped. Yakubu's useless, so it's going to be Parika and Boniface. Luckily, Boniface can do bits and pieces for us. If Boniface can just be good enough, that would save us until January, because the other two strikers have not only not scored, they've looked terrible. Like Kaufman has looked awful. He scored that last game, but that's his 6th appearance. 3 starts, 3 sub appearances, so we need better from him, really. Should have taken the money in the summer. It was only 8 million there, wasn't it? That was the problem. And Leon just drew finally, which is good. Assistant manager says, pick up where you left off. Okay. And we are underway. Instant highlight. It's going to be for them, potentially. Headed away by us. They're going to get a second go at it. Build it onto the right-hand side, in behind the defensive line again. We get it back now. Samuel, don't give that away, please. Christensen, the goalkeeper, whacks it up there. I mean, he didn't concede any goals in the last match because he didn't have anything to do. That's the only reason why. And Dai wins it back. He's got Parika. Parika takes the touch. Water ball. Boniface is in. Is he going to score? He does. And is he onside? He is. 1-0. Thank you to these two strikers. Thank you, Parika and Boniface, for showing up and being part of the team, because I was worried off of camera. I can't explain to you how bad it was. It felt like there was a hot knife through butter in the defensive line. Then it felt like we had a bag of sand in goal. And it felt like we had somebody that had clown shoes up front. That's what it felt like off camera the whole time that you've missed so far. Looks better right now. Free kick with a corner. Free kick, sorry, not a corner. Headed away. Ndai's going to get there first, though. Plays it back to Farese. Farese back to Ndai. Takes a touch. It's going to be put into the box by Samuel. Somebody's got to put this in eventually. It's going to be a long-range shot. Nope, here we go. Parika takes a touch, goes inside. Parika's going to shoot, and it's in. It's 2. Really poor effort on goal, but we'll take it. It's 2. We've had 28% possession so far at home, but we are 2-0 up. Goal kick for Nice. Nice. It's Nice. They play out from the back. Oh, it's gone to Boniface. Oh, it's 3. It's beautiful from Boniface. He's looking like an unbelievable signing. Come on, boys. I'm so relieved. I can't express you how relieved I am that he's scoring, because at the start, he wasn't scoring either. Nobody was, so I was concerned. But I think he's going to score on a regular basis for us. So, yes, a long to injury to one of those two could do us in. But it means I could probably sell Parika or Kaufman in January and get a lot of money in and replenish the squad. Like, if I sold Parika, I could probably buy 3 first-team players with that. 1 striker, 1 goalkeeper, and then, I don't know, centre-back. Depends if we change formation this year or not, to be honest. We'll say keep going. Okay, I'm going to bring Yakubu on as a right striker to give him some minutes there. Let's take off some other players. And Ndai can come off. Final 2 subs are going to be Osei, Samuel right wing back, and Kaufman up front, as this highlight concludes with Garrow going through. Is he going to score? He does not. It was close. By the way, the Garrow is rated really, really highly by the scouts before we signed him and by the coaches. They think he's better than Da Costa, for example, but until Da Costa starts to decline on his declines on his statistical output, he's not going anywhere. And there we go, we get a goal. We've got a goal from Yakubu, set up by Kaufman. That's the 2 strikers linking up. That's going to be 4, unless it's offside. Oh, and it is. Nice have had 68% possession and 1 shot on goal. Like, we've absolutely battered them, but without possession, we've controlled them without having the ball. Samuel, Clement still has it, whacks it towards the far post. Yakubu, and he gets himself a goal. He's definitely onside this time, and it's 4-0. Corner, Clement, Christensen, it's 5. It's the pink shirt, isn't it? Pink shirt equals wins. And they have it 5-0 to Paris FC. We'll say, well done, boys. That was good. Okay, that's put us back into the top 4. We are only 3 points behind PSG, who I still think will be the title challengers, really. I mean, Red have done really well to be 7 points clear of us at this stage. And yeah, I'm actually quite liking seeing them do that well. I mean, if Leon and Ren could both keep picking up points against PSG the whole season, you never know if we were to go on a wonder run. But we would need both those 2 strikers to never get injured for us to have any chance. And we don't have a chance. I've seen how bad we can be this year. And I don't think there's a chance for us for the title. But top 4 is definitely in play. Okay, I'll see you in a few days then for the next one against Montpellier. Okay, league leaders Rennes have just drawn at home, actually, to a team. So they've brought this back and made it quite interesting already. This could have been like a really close four-way race for the title, with PSG having the most probable chance of winning it, but could be quite fun. Okay, no changes to the team. Osei Samuel is suspended, so he comes off the bench. That's the only real change in the squad. Assistant manager says, if you carry performance from the last match, you'll do well, okay? Instant highlight, and Ndai gets it. Plays it into Ferrarese. Can we get ourselves another win in a row here? Ferrarese dribbles with it. That's why he's back in the team. Since he's gone back in with much better, to be honest. Not just from an in-possession perspective where he is good on the ball, but defensively as well. Okay, our goalkeeper's now got the ball after they've just punted it straight to us. Larson gets it. Plays it back to Ferrarese. Ferrarese has it. Dribbles with it on the right-hand side. Keeps going to Brun Larson. Brun Larson plays it. Oh, it's a cross goal. Surely Victor's going to score. He does. It's 1-0 to Paris FC. That looks really, really easy, and it's 1-0. It's a highlight after the goal, actually, and Ndai wins it. Plays to Christensen. It's gone in behind to Parik. He's onside. He's going to play back to Boniface. Surely it's 2 goals in, 30 seconds? Unbelievable stuff. 2-0. There's another highlight. If he scores a hat-trick here, Boniface, that is going to be the quickest hat-trick ever, and probably in Foot Manager history as well. This is going to be incredible. Oh, please let him score a hat-trick. Oh, he tried it. He did try it. Go on, give it to him. Give it to Victor. Don't shoot. Give it to Victor. Oh, you greedy lads. Corner. Merlin whacks it towards the far post, headed towards goal, and it's 3. It's game over. Honestly, you've got to trust me. We were absolutely terrible off camera before this episode started. It's the pink shirt, pink kit. It's just magical. 3-0. Christensen playing out from the back to the other Christensen. Travels with it. Plays it to Ferrarese. He's going to dribble with it now. Plays it to Braun Larson. Has options. Into Ferrarese. Ferrarese plays it in behind to not anybody really. Go straight to their goalkeeper now. They go long. We bring it down with ease. We just whack it for a big switch out to left wing. Merlin plays it into Da Costa. He's got options in the box. Plays it across. Boniface. And he missed a really easy chance. Another highlight for half time here. We're going to win this? We do. Oh, Simon, what is that? They go long. We're going to bring that down easily. Oh, we're not. No, we're not. Oh, cheers. Cheers, middle centre-back. 3-1. We'll say things are going well. Going to take off Merlin and throw on Mensah. And I take off, I think, Samuel as well and throw on Clement there. Highlight here. They play out from the back. Go to the right-hand side. Oh, they've lost it. And Ndai's won it. Preaker. Oh, giving it away again. I'm going to keep saying Preaker because it's the way that it's spelled. And I'm going to keep probably saying it by, accent, as it were. I remember saying that could have been another one. I think the solution here is to nickname all players, as many as possible, so that if I call him Tim, for example, I don't think I can be corrected in the comment section about that. But for now, Tim is going to come off, and Yakubu can go on as a right striker. Clement with the free kick, whacks it towards the far post, headed towards goal. It's going to be bundled in. Ferrari, it's going to go down as Ferrarese's goal. He's got another one. He's got quite a few this year. 2 in this match. 4-1. Now, Monaco were beating PSG at PSG Stadium, but they're now losing, unfortunately. PSG now winning 2-1. But hopefully they can get like a last-minute winner. That'd be nice. And they have it. 4-1 victory for Paris FC. We'll say, well done, boys. That was good. And they have it. At the end of the episode, things actually are looking pretty good. Wow. They're looking okay. They're looking respectable. They're looking with potential to kick on and improve. At one stage yesterday, I was playing this save. I was thinking to myself, we are in some deep trouble here because the team was playing so badly in all areas. It wasn't like there was just one area. And I kept banging on about the strikers. They weren't the only issue. The goalkeeper was a real big issue, and we were getting absolutely played through all the time. I know the tactic is a little aggressive out of possession, but we've seen Burton Albion with a much lesser team in a different save with the same tactic, not get exposed as much as this team was. I couldn't really work out why it was so bad, but we've seemed to have stabilised. It definitely gave me enough of a concern to decide that we're going to make a change of tactic towards the back end of this season or next season. So within the next 2 seasons, it's going to happen. We're going to transition to a 4-at-the-back tactic. If we somehow won the league, that's the only thing that might change it, but I don't think we're going to be honest. I think PSG are going to go on a wonder run now, unfortunately. They had a little wobble at the start, but they're going to be fine now. There we are. So in terms of next episode then, we're going to come back for, I think, January. So we'll come back at some point in January here, and we will play, though, the Barcelona game, we'll play the Strasbourg game, and the Nice game. But you'll probably come back with me around the Monaco game, before the Monaco game, but I won't show any matches until it's all concluded. It'll be mainly about the transfer window, right? That's what it'll be there for. What are the objectives for this season? So to try and challenge the title as much as we can and push PSG as far as possible, and to try and win a trophy. Now, the French Cup is a likely possibility for that. I don't think European success is on the cards for us this season, but you never know. I mean, no, it's unlikely, but we'll get a good early indication, right? If we somehow beat Barca at home, beat Chelsea away, maybe there's a bit of a chance with the way that our tactic plays. It's going to be quite uniquely aggressive against these teams, right? So I suppose you never know, but unlikely. But yeah, challenging the title, going for the French Cup are the two really important things. If we're clearly out of the title race or we look reasonably out of it, I'll probably rotate players in the league to make sure we're fresh for the French Cup. That's probably the way that I would go with it this year in particular, because I think it would be nice to try and challenge properly for a trophy at some point. Obviously, we had the French Community Shield that we lost, but that's going to do it anyway. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. I've mentioned a few times now I'm going to probably be doing a Twitch save coming up quite soon. I've got some other coaching things I might be getting into, and if those things don't materialize anytime soon, I'll more than likely be streaming a brand new Moneyball series. And whatever I do in terms of my coaching stuff, I'm going to try and keep this channel going, whatever the case is. Like, this series will definitely finish, so will the Burton Albion one. But even, like, beyond the next, like, few years, if I've got any coaching opportunities, of course, that would probably mean there'll be not as many streams. There'll be maybe less series going on at one time. But I'll always make the effort to try and make sure I keep this channel going for some sort of content, even if it was real football coaching stuff to bring to people. But yeah, there's also a game coming out in a few weeks' time, which I'm not going to name yet, but most people that follow me will know what it is. And I'm probably going to look to do one of my first ever non-FM series on the channel all the way through. I've done a couple of videos, like one-off episodes, to sort of give you like a taste of it, something they'd sort of like be interested in. But something I want to do is a game that I really want to play, and I want to be able to showcase to people and see what they think. Maybe bring a new audience to the game. And I've always thought about whether to make a different channel for it or not. I probably won't. I probably will keep it on this channel, but I'll make sure that it's in its own place, it's out the way, and it'll be at a different time to these videos, right? So those videos won't affect the schedule. So there would have been a Moneyball episode that day, or there wouldn't have been anyway. Like, it won't change the schedule of both Moneyball and Burton Albion. But it'll be like an additional thing for people to watch if they feel so inclined to watch it. But that is going to do it. That is the episode. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, we get a lot of money to spend and we can make some unbelievable Moneyball transfers.